Alright, what is up everybody? It's Lids, and today we are going to be playing a little bit of Pyre, which is a game that combines a little bit of RPG elements, a little bit of visual novel elements, a little bit of sports elements, all into one, with the amazing visuals and sound and music, all that great stuff from Supergiant Games, which is the same group that made Bastion, Transistor, this in 2017, and they're also planning another game in the not so distant future to release. I'm a big fan of theirs. I loved those two previous games, so I'm looking forward to playing a little bit of Pyre. It's been, a couple of years at this point since the game released, but I've been eyeing it for a while, and I'm excited to finally get the chance to actually play it. So I have not seen much of anything in terms of what the game itself is like. Of course, I've seen the trailers and all that, but I don't know too much of the details, so I'm going to be going into this more or less blind. So, let's see. And so, make a new profile, new campaign. Similarly, I have no idea what the best difficulty to go with is. I'm assuming standard's probably the way to go. Hurry text, sure. Subtitles, yeah, let's put subtitles on just in case. Like I was saying, visual novel-ish aspects. I don't know how much of it is voice acted, but it might be that I'll be reading out some of the stuff, so we'll see as to what makes the most sense in terms of what I read, what you read, what the game reads. We'll figure it out. Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie, yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. Three shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Okay, downside, a vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and its enemies. None have been known to return from the Forsaken Land. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. Commonwealth is a proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups, founded on principles of mercy and kinship, whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. This is a masked woman. Masked something. We don't really know. See, right on schedule. What'd I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like he's breathing. Masked wanders. Presume you are male. Correct. Change this. Oh, that's fine. It seems he still is. And stand aside. I shall send him to a better place. He said he? Need people just tell? Hang on. Markings on his racks. I think he's one of them. But look at him. It's beyond our help. We are beyond his. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have, at best, an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns toward you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You are parched, and he gives you a drink. You ache, and he binds your wound. You hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're together more than you look. Name's Hedwig. Now, come on. Oh, I didn't hover over his name. We'll learn more about him. You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that parade Commonwealth criminals through the alabaster streets. So that's the same description of Commonwealth we had before. Edwin beckons you to enter the black wagon. Let's read more about him. He's one of the 3 masked wanderers who you found clinging to life in the downside. Step inside. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Jordario? She's the most imposing of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. Her look is quite intense. And as for myself, the small one struggles with this mask. Jodariel, I mean, we're gonna have to figure out what the best way to pronounce her name is. Soon assists. Ow! That is to say, you may regard me by my name of Rookie Greentail. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong. Can he do it? Hope so. I haven't asked him yet. What? Then what are we waiting for? Hey, chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He's asking you if you are a reader. One who can derive meaning from text. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. I was gonna say, I mean, do we really need to know the definition of what a reader is? I was thinking maybe there's some deeper meaning to it, and I guess on the surface level, it is quite literally just can you read. But there seems to be some other deeper meaning to it, at least as according to this whole old ways thing. Let's see. Ooh, and we even get a little bit of insights as to what each of these decisions mean. So, if we admit it, over time we managed to learn something of the old ways in spite of Commonwealth decrees. So if we admit it, we're kind of being a little bit of an outlaw here. If we deny it, literacy is a serious crime. Okay? No one in his right mind would dare violate the law of the land. Okay, so this would be lying, presumably, on the assumption that if we say we can't read, then we actually can, but we're just withholding that truth. And then remain silent. Who you are and what you did to earn your sentence is no one's business but your own. Okay. I feel like... So one thing I guess we should say is apparently the game's story will adapt according to some of these decisions that we make. So this, I mean, I don't know how impactful this decision is, but I feel like we should admit it. Might make for a little bit of interesting twist. You confirm their suspicions. There's no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days! Because it just so happens, my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there, and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this. The exiles indicate the books in their possession. Have a look. Alright, see this one. Can we actually look around? Alright, fine. I'll play by the rules. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Whoa. Forward. Formal welcome. Undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside. just as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rights, that you possess it, and have capacity to glean its words, is testament enough to your potential. Thus, we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, homecoming, and glory. The stars themselves shall be in your guide. Here, the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8, as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of rights, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Admittedly, I said I was a reader. This text is... this font is a little hard to read, in all honesty. Okay, so interesting. We need to take this book with us. Ooh, inspect, okay. Inspect or press T for a closer look. Ah, okay, that makes it so much easier to read. Okay, good to know. Good to know. This is an interesting diagram, though. Supposedly this is the set of stars we're supposed to have in the sky. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swing through your mind as Headwind gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then, your vision starts to fade and blur. Feel your body weaken. Give out.
Reader!
Oh.
Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked. So, it is true.
Oh my.
Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? He should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him. He could abandon us. He won't. You look upon the three of them. From beyond as Headwind then calls out to you. Reader! We aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. First, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. Focus all of your mental faculties to do as Edwin has.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
Okay. I am controlling that now.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves.
Okay.
The three must act as one.
Hold shift. Sprint. Okay. Okay. Am I supposed to sprint with all these guys? So what's happening here?
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified.
Okay, okay. I think I picked the slowest character to do this with, but...
The exiled Jodariel has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites, you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours.
Okay.
The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you.
Okay, so it's kind of like, I want to compare it to soccer,
Cast your aura like a stone.
in that one person can have control of this sphere that is kind of like the ball that you try to move around and pass between your teammates and make it to the goal to score with. The primary difference there is that, well, in soccer, for a full game, you'd have 11 people, and obviously we only have 3 here on our team. And also, apparently, when you
Correctly done.
attack enemies like that, things happen. Can't do that in soccer.
Again,
But also, when you score, apparently you lose a character temporarily.
just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame.
Okay. Okay.
Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength.
Oh. Maybe do that such that
Thus
actually score.
sails the orb into the waiting flame.
Interesting. Okay.
Now snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns.
She's so slow.
Simply abhorrent.
Oh, apparently I did not make it back. Or I did not successfully jump over them.
Tis what the scribes ordain.
My bad. So I'm playing with mouse and keyboard at the moment. I'm not
Stand
sure
not in glory's
if that is
path.
the best way to do that.
Banished, all of them. Not much of a splash that time.
Distinguishing adversaries from fire. Okay, so I pressed right click there, which may not have technically been the mouse button.
The orb is up.
Alright, and that one I just walked straight into them. And I sprinted straight into them that time. Okay, I'm experimenting a little bit with the different controls here. Also,
Deftly
well,
thwarted
let's see
drive.
what works and what doesn't. Ew, okay. Yeah, that is a very big aura that that character has. And I keep on trying to move with the mouse buttons. Or not the mouse button, I'm trying to move with WSD. Which is maybe not the best way to do that.
Yes.
There we go. Alright, that was just unfortunate timing, apparently.
Was dangerously close.
It's too steep.
Proceed doused to the adversary's flames.
Huh, interesting. So it seems like different characters
The orb, take it.
have different amounts of points that they get when they score. Like our faster characters score fewer points when it scores relative
It's
to
complete.
these characters.
There, dear
bigger
reader.
ones?
Now you understand. Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
During the rites, only one exile on each side is permitted to move at any given time. I missed the rest of it. Sounds like that's kind of general review. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something.
Non mai non raz.
That was our way out.
Sundaše Miloše.
So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come. Let us regard the night. Jodario leads you outside, where a clear night sky awaits. Now show us, before the howlers catch our scent. Where shall the rites? Rites, an ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. The 8 scribes gave their freedoms so that we may have yet to have ours. Prayer from the Book of Rites. The Book of Rites is the book that I believe we were reading from at the beginning there. The rites are also that competition that we were just competing in. You gaze at the stars. Seek out. Ooh. This? Caprius, the Olden Star, star of the Moonstag Hunter. Those born under it are ambitious, but also discontented. Ooh. Maybe? Oh no, that's where we are now, I guess? We're looking to go here. Gold, the South Star. The South Star burns bright over a massive ridge of stone much farther than the naked eye can see. Interact to determine the location of the next right. 200 leagues due east, the ridge goal. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. Fossil remains the serpent titan slain by gold Goliathanian, a lot of syllables, yet loom over those living in its shadow.
Concilia.
Great. And we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. Should be able to arrive in time. Make haste. Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Something tells me she's not going to like that nickname. Jodariel turns to you, studying. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. But what she means is, glad to have you aboard, chump. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom, the rights are the key. There's a lot to take in. And with that, it sounds like this is probably a good place to wrap up for this video. So, that's a first look at Pyre. We got a good sense as to what the visual novel aspects were, maybe a tiny bit of, well, maybe the tiniest bit of the RPG elements, although I'm not sure. We'll probably end up seeing a lot more of that in the coming videos. And got a first taste at what the actual gameplay mechanics will look like with the rights there. Like I was comparing it to before, it's a little bit like soccer, and I'm sure that, you know, it's not exactly the most, the best executed in terms of how that first round went, but hey, it's the tutorial more or less, right? So I'm sure that we'll get better at it with time. Like I was saying before, I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard. Maybe it's something that's better done with a controller, so might experiment with that in the future. But either way, we'll see. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This, in all likelihood, will end up being the first YouTube video on this channel that I will upload, so definitely let me know in the comments below if you have any constructive criticism, things I did well, things I need to improve for the next go-around, and see you next time.